Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tech High School Series. We got some Valorant action in Division 1. I am joined by the legendary Mango Flamingo. And how are we doing this evening? I love the pickle. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan. I have to say I love the pickle Rick.
I mean, I put it there for a reason. I myself am a huge Rick and Morty fan. I can't wait to see the new episode. And can I just say, I love your whole look. First time seeing it, it's fantastic. And yeah, it's going to be my first time casting for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go. Let's kick it off.
Yeah, so we have our first two teams up. Unfortunately, we weren't unable to bring that first game to you guys, but coming in here, we got Greater Johnstown going to be taking on Winburn, as you see, and then in that third game there, Penn Trafford versus Hollidaysburg, and it's going to be a lot of exciting action. I know we had the map ban and pick as well already underway, and I believe they banned Haven and then went on to pick Bind. I know we were talking a little bit, Mango, before the match started, and Bind not necessarily a favorite of yours.
I mean, Bind is such a difficult map to play on, especially on the attacker side. I do feel like the advantageous side is on the defender side, because like there is so many choke points that the attacker had to go through, and one well-placed nade that is just going to destroy their whole attacker momentum. So they need to be using their utilities right, their scan, like you said, going in with the flashers. So I'm definitely looking for a more coordinated attack on the side of Winburn, because they're going to be starting us off on the attacker side here.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, utility is going to be absolutely huge here, especially when you want to attack this site. Now, if they are able to get on a site, find that early pick, those rotations can be kind of long from site to site here. Obviously, you have that portal. But again, a chamber can also help that. There is a cheeky little spot with chamber to get quickly back and forth. So again, I think it's going to come down hugely to utility as far as that attacking side goes. But I'm excited to see the team comps for sure.
Definitely. And I mean, I know you're a race player yourself, and yes, it's going to be a pick, right? Come on. It's fine. If you're not picking race, that's a sin.
Now, who else do you like? I like to see Sky here a lot as well. From time to time, we do see a little Viper and stuff. I think Sky's a great asset here, especially on defense on Long B. Not just the blinds, but the utility, the awareness that you get from the blinds as well. They're able to give you extra intel and let you know whether a push is coming.
Yeah, the Sky is definitely good, especially with the new changes. Her bird can't be broken now, so that's good.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at their comp here.
All right, so both teams kind of trying to figure out who they're going to play. We do see at least one Raze not quite locked in with a Fade Arena, a Viper, and what would appear to be a Sage, and maybe a Chamber on the other side as well.
Ooh, locking in a Viper, definitely a higher level strategy here, but they decide to go for only one controller, because usually if you're picking up a Viper, you're definitely going to be locking in another smoker, because here's the thing. If you're picking a Viper on Bind, if you place the wall on B, you're going to have to go to B. if you want to rotate back to A, there's no smoke, there's nothing to cover you. So definitely interesting how they're picking it up. And on the other side, you can see that, okay, they're going for an Omen, a fairly standard comp here, not that bad, and they're going for a Sova as well instead of a Fade. In my opinion, I think that Fade is definitely more powerful in this current meta just because she's so flexible. But if you're going up against like an op-heavy team, then Sova is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, especially on bind as well. I think I like Fade just a little more on bind. Sova brings great intel, but you know, you get great intel from Fade as well, and you also get those prowlers. You get a little bit extra when entering into a site that can be a little bit bigger of an asset. I truly feel. I'm liking these comps though. They're I mean, almost the complete opposite of each other, right? Everybody's selecting a different character here, so that's not something that you get to see a lot of times. So I think it'll be really exciting to see how both of these teams choose this different play style here.
Yeah, for sure. And if you look here on the side of Johnstown, if I'm no Winber, they're picking up a Sage as well. So that's going to be really impactful when it comes to like slowing down the push and just locking one side down. And as you can see, she's already positioning herself into hookah. So I'm pretty sure her plan is here just to wall off that hookah position. So there's one less place you have to care about, making it very easy to just hold down on one side.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy. Originally, we saw Sage just nonstop, and then she took some nerfs for a while, and we really didn't see her for quite some time. And so it's nice that she's such a valuable asset in so many different maps like this one or Icebox as well. But, you know, we have Winber, again, to remind everybody on that attacking side, Greater Johnstown defending here today as Mr. Gary with a headhunter up long, able to find one. A nice tap to the dome, and Sacrifice will go out the wall here. Nicely placed on Hookah with a little intel. Shadow looking to pressure, and right now this team is all B.
And like I've said, that wall is giving them so much time, buying them so much time for the rotation to come. Yes, they are a man down, but that wall just perfectly placed. And look at this, the dink does come out, but the Sage goes down as the trades are not happening. And their attacker side is just overwhelming this B side. You can see Blaze is left alone here. 100 HP, but there's just so many players on the side of Winber. 1v3 and now make it a 1 versus 1. He is extremely low HP, but can he get the clutch here? The 1v3, but Shadow goes up above and takes his head as he looked left. An extremely valiant effort for Blaze, but I mean, the numbers advantage was just not on his side there.
Yeah, I mean, just to find 3 alone is an insane feat, Pat. A little bit of economy there, and maybe we'll see a force buy here. You got to be careful when you lose that first round, though. Forcing into a round like this could be detrimental for the next couple rounds if you're unable to secure a win or at least take 3 or 4 weapons away from this attacking team now, who is going to be forcing up. We see some Bulldogs, some Marshals as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare here in round 2.
I mean, the Bulldog buy on the second round is definitely one of my favorites because it gives you so much value. Not only does it give you value in this round, it carries on to the next round as well. As you can see, there is some contest onto that shower. They tried to take shower control here, but no team has taken any control yet. A Sacrifice with the shorty in hand takes out the Omen. The recon does come out. That will signify the push, but no one's pushing in. They're taking it very slow here.
Yeah, you know, Viper just putting up the smoke there, so not really able to push through it. Want to let that dissipate before they do anything here, and you'll see why, because with that open vision, we find Jet with a double kill. Blaze finds the dome with a Marshal as well, and now some entry pressing onto the site to remain. They have an idea they're here, and with that, they will portal on out. The rotation comes with ease. Sharks will hold, and the plant will be an easy one as well as they get into position.
I mean, a 2 versus 4 retake here. Classic in hand, and that beautiful pop flash. Tommy, he can't see anything as he gets taken out, leaving Sugar alone, and he can't really do much against a Bulldog. You can see Shadow picking up that triple kill, and like I've said, the Bulldog is an extremely valuable buy, especially now you're considering that they're going up against Vandals and Phantom, and one well-placed burst shot will take him down no matter what armor you have.
Yeah, you know, you hear actually Tens talk a lot about not just the Bulldog, but the Guardian as well. A great second round addition because it is a great anti-eco in that third round as well. And we'll see if Shadow can continue to put in work. Currently 5-0 as the team looks to bonus here strong. An important round, though. You know, if you are Greater Johnstown, now that full buy, you want to come away with something big here if possible.
Exactly. And if you're Winber, taking the round is definitely the ultimate goal, but if you don't take the round, at least find like 3-4 weapons. We'll call it a day. You can see that the nade does come out, tries to buy some time. He falls back, but no one is going in just yet because the spike is all the way on B side. The A push is just a distraction for the B player. You can see the paranoia does go in, flashes his teammate, but Edges, he just runs in. The Sage is behind the wall. This is so smart, but he does check, but unable to do anything as the Spectre close range just mows him down, and he still survived, but not for long as Sharks just chomps on him, takes out Bunny, but the man advantage is on the side of Johnstown as Blaze takes out Gary.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, really. They had Sky peeking with the Marshall instead of Omen, allowing them to find that 2-piece. Shadow, though, in the ult, gets one, looking for one more. Now trying to press out Hookah. Sharks, 4 health remaining. Blaze gonna absolutely light him up. The spike falls as well, and now they have a solid idea where Sharks is. Not sure if they know he's at 4 health, but Tommy, an easy spray, collects the kill, and they find themselves winning a very important round. However, as you mentioned, Winber able to find a few kills, take some weapons and that economy away here. So we'll see what Greater Johnstown can do in round 4.
I mean, Sugar definitely putting in the work there. Not only does she stop them with the wall, she hid behind that wall. It's such a cheeky angle. And it's so unlucky for Sky. He tried to clear it, but he only had a Marshall, I think. Can't really do much against a Spectre close range. That weapon is just so good up close and personal like that.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that Omen didn't clear that, having that shorter range weapon, but unfortunately, timing is everything, and it works out in the favor of Greater Johnstown here. We'll see if they can come up with some more cheeky plays, as it does look like an all-out push up long B. We can see Fade looking for a little intel. That Haunt is going to be destroyed. Stuffing out is Mr. Gary with the Phantom, doing light work here into the cubby. Sugar Bunny's going to fall. The pressure of the sprays coming through, but no one is there. One tucked into the elbow, as we can see the rotation now coming in through spawn. They're going to have to find a way to just retake this together here. Blaze is going to find one in the meantime, though.
Oh, the spike will go down the post plant. I'm not sure if it's set up already. The Nightfall does go down, and Blaze, once again, he just peeks and takes off Shark. Now, that advantage you can see that Shadow tries to contest, tries to fight back using his own Cloudburst, and he does get through there using the dash as well, but unable to escape from alive as Blaze is still letting it rip as he takes down his third player, leaving only one member remaining on the side of Winber. It's going to be Adjus as he gets dinked as well, extremely low, and a lifesaver saving that round. Make it a 2-2 scoreline. They tied it up.
Yeah, Blaze looking like an absolute raid boss out here. We've seen time and time again, double, triple kills coming in. So Greater Johnstown now a little bit of a deficit to start, but clearly showing you they have the poise. Now all tied up 2-2, and we should see a little bit of a scrap by coming in here. This is where you can find yourself in trouble, right? We see Sharks with the Vandal. Anjas has the Sheriff. We see a couple Stingers here as well. And ideally, I'd like to see a team just save up here. Get on that same page economically so that you're not consistently kind of scrapping it together these buys before you put yourself in a bad position.
I mean, Shark is trying to go for a hero buy here. You can see the rest of his teammates are on only a half buy, but he decides to go for the hero buy with the Vandal and the light armor as well. So he needs to put in the work here. Make sure that one rifle put in the work as Sacrifice tries to hold down the shower position. He spots out one, he takes both. Never mind. The headshot is clean. Well precise shot. Takes out two. Easy pickings, and the momentum is just gone. As you can see, he's overheating. He's already on his third. Just go for your ace, mister, as Sacrifice. Oh my, he's on for the ace here. Hot sauce. He's looking for it. He's hungry. 15 bullets in the chamber, and it does not take much for that ace for Greater Johnstown. Whew, what a start. What a start.
Reyna and the ace. Quick work here. Now up by 1 is Greater Johnstown as they battled back from that 2-0 deficit, and Sacrifice putting in some work. Honestly, that double peak from Winber over there outside of bathrooms coming just a little too slow, collectively together there. And great job. Great flick from Sacrifice to be able to pick up that 2-piece. Finds one more at short, and then it was all downhill for Winber.
I mean, Sacrifice, especially with the newly Reyna buff. Oh, he's definitely feeling the buff right now. As you can see, Winber tries their luck onto B side, and he does take out Sacrifice. The raid boss is down. The sprays goes wild as Lifesaver takes out Shadow. An unfortunate spray for Shadow as Sugar Bunny pushes. He has position of Spike. The wall is there as well. This is such a great position. Losing Spike is so bad in this situation. As you can see, Gary, he tries to take B main, but the rest of Johnstown, they're just holding that Kuka position because they have the Spike.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much you can do if you're Wimber. You need to just take your time. There's 1:03 left here. Work it slowly. You can always work back toward Hookah if you need to, but ideally you want to find a pick if you can first. But it's Tommy T coming up big. Mr. Gary will find the trade here. Now on a 3v2, the player advantage in favor of Greater Johnstown again, locking down this bomb here just outside Hookah.
I mean, just like you said, they got time, so they need to take it slow here. Gary, he tries to test his luck, peeking into Hookah. He shoots the recon. Blaze falls back. They are playing so disciplined, and I really like this from Johnstown. They know they have the numbers advantage and the time advantage as well. No reason to peek. Wait for them to come into your crosshair. As you can see, the slow orb does go down, making it even harder to peek. Gary tries to peek. Paranoia does go out, but no angle. Unfortunate. The satchel, the double peek. He's managed to get one, but Blaze is there for the quick trade. It's now onto a 2v1. The Prowler connects onto Aegis as well. It's so difficult. The time is ticking. And that is it. Blaze picks up from the TP, picks up the kill. 4-2 for Johnstown.
Yeah, Blaze an absolute juggernaut out there right now. 10-2-2 on the day thus far. The economy beginning to get stacks on stacks over here for Greater Johnstown. We see the op coming out as well. And again, we talked about Wimber maybe find themselves in a bit of trouble. Again, scrapping up. We see the Vandals, but without full armor. We see a Spectre there as well.
Ooh.
A Sheriff coming in for Omen. So again, you know, Jet's going to fool by here with the Shield, the Vandal. But again, we're not buying collectively together as a team. And these are the things that can come back to haunt you. We saw Wimber, strong 2-0 start, and now struggling as Ray's able to pick up that first blood here.
You're absolutely right. The team needs to stay together and buy together. And right now, Sacrifice is just picking them off one by one here. And Showers and that Operator just putting in the work, taking out Ashes. But the Sky, the trade is there. The Operator picked up by Tommy here, but Sacrifice is on the hunt. The Lear goes out and the shot is there. Sacrifice once again with the triple kill. And the buy is not going to be consistent here. If you press tab and look at their economy is just everywhere here. Their Jet is not going to be able to buy a rifle, but the rest of their teammate is going to buy anyway. So I do agree with you. They just need to bite the bullet, save and lose one round, but buy collectively the next round and have a better chance at winning at that round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I saw Wimber last week, I think 13-1 or 13-2 a team. And so they definitely have a lot of skill on their side. But again, we see, you know, one person with a Vandal. We see some Spectres, some Stingers, some light armors. And ideally, you want to be around that 1,800 to 2,200 mark, depending on what character you've decided to go with and their utility cost. So right now they're a strong team, but they're just not doing well buying together.
One enemy remaining.
Exactly, and look at this. Because of that weaponry disadvantage, the rest of Johnstown is just taking them out one by one. It's just simply easy, especially that Operator in play as well. As you can see on Wimber, they only have a Sky. But they have a Sky and a SOA, but they're not using the drone. They're not using the recon to push off that Operator, making Lifesaver having such a good time just opping right down B-long, where it's such an open long range like area.
Yeah, you know, and again, we see them all full buy here. Sharks, unfortunately,
Finally
unable to come up with full armor, though, even there. So maybe still a little bit of trouble. We talked about how this map can be a very defensive-sided map. So when we're able to grab those first two, but they definitely need to find at least two more. They want to sit comfortably. Oh, from the Rays ult there. I thought there was going to be a big play, but Shadow able to dash away. Now with the Sheriff putting in work, Mr. Gary steps in for the trade, helps out a little bit here. Find the two-player advantage as well as Shadow finds one. That recon dart not going to find much here. Fade's ult's going to come out as well, and the pressure should be shortly behind it.
Oh, but look at the flag! Look at the flag! Sacrifice is there. He got that too. Created an opportunity for his team here as Blaze continue to destroy and dismantle them. Now he needs the clutch put in the position of 1 versus 2. He does have a Prowler. He knows where they are. The position is there. The information is there. But all he needs here to land those shots, you can see the spikes already rotated away from A side onto that B side. All Sky needs to do there is just play safe, and such a great TP. So smart, waiting inside that TP. So Blaze now taking the long route, not trying to risk anything, walking all the way from spawn back to the B side here.
Yeah, and I mean, what a great round for Wimber so far. They need to secure this one up. Now locking down the portal, as you mentioned, so should be able to hold that off. Ideally, you know, should believe that they're coming from CT with this hot coming over top. Should give him an idea as well. Now just kind of remaining patient. A little standoff here from Blaze on Blaze action here. Sky versus Fade. And, you know, a rare occurrence that they have a very similar name. The peak, though, Shadow just behind. There's the flash as well.
The one shot!
Puzzle again. Now in a 1v1. Taps the bomb. Finds the triple kill. And it secures an insane round. What a 2v1 clutch.
Oh my God. Blaze. Like, this man is unstoppable right now, and even picking up that operator just to make it hurt a little bit more. But that round was all possible because of Sacrifice's flank there. He went from B side, walked all the way through market and A short. He got that to creating an opportunity for Blaze. I'm not taking anything away from Blaze. What a beautiful play, but Sacrifice, definitely the unsung hero in that round.
Yeah, I mean, what a tough round for Wimber as well. That can be equally as mentally defeating when it's a round you should clutch like that. So now down 7-2. And, you know, again, you got to tell yourself, if a team can do this, we can too in defense. But ideally, they need to find another round or two to gain some confidence going into that second half. Right now, it's going to be tough with Sacrificed and Blaze, who are just absolutely popping off.
Exactly. They just can't seem to deal with the operator. But there you go, Gary picking off Sacrifice. The op shot missed. And now the rest of their team tries to pick up the pieces. And Gary again popping up here. He needs to get the spike. There is still a minute left as his sprays goes down long range. Pulls out the headhunter, but Sugar gets the better of him, but can't get away as Sharks with a quick trade now in a 1 versus 2 situation. He does have a minute left, but look at the position of Blaze. He's just lurking in the backside as he slowly walks in. He saw the spike. He knows that the spike is there, that he can't plant. That's why he's just waiting. Shark, it tries to recon, but look at this, investing in the ultimate. But Blaze just pops from the back, and that is just gifted a kill there. Unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. But man, investing that ultimate is such a, oh man, that gotta hurt. That gotta hurt there.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little bit of a wild ult, especially in a 2v1. You don't have the intel of each member. The bomb not there as yet. Ideally, you want to save that post plant, and maybe if you can find that spike, sneak away, find the plant. So maybe just a kind of a wild play, hoping for the best there from Winber. We talked about the economy not really working out in their favor, struggling on this attacking side, and maybe just kind of falling apart. They need to take a deep breath, kind of reset here, and that's going to be hard to do with people like Sacrificed raining down the terror here from Bathroom Shadow, though.
Ooh, the Marshall.
Respect with the Marshall, the two-piece from Raze as well. A nice double kill to kind of bring things the other way, but Anjas with that Sheriff puts in a little work, the player advantage in the favor of Greater Johnstown here, but Raze, not much health.
I mean, the spike, again, not in their possession, so they need to do the tedious task of reclaiming the spike. And look at the position of the rest of Johnstown player. They are not giving up this spike. The crossfire is set up. Yes, Raze is low, but I don't think it's going to be an easy task to come and reclaim this spike.
Yeah, great game sense from Blaze as well to hold that hot until then. Now the Prowlers come out along with the paint shells as well. Plethora of utility being used. Just finds one. Tommy able to secure the trade as well. And again, the patience. Now the swing comes. Gary 1v1, but Blaze is lighting him up. Absolutely relentless here today. 9-2 as Greater Johnstown found themselves down 2-0 and then haven't lost a round since. Blaze 16-2 on the day.
And he's a Fade as well. He's not even a duelist here. He's playing an initiator, and he got 16 kills alongside Sacrifice with 16. I mean, these two players are definitely popping off. And if I'm on Winbur's side right now, I need to find a way to shut these two players down. You cannot let them have it their way. But look at this lifesaver. He's trying, testing his luck here, peeking outside of hookah. He's just waiting for them to peek. He's playing a little bit aggressive here as the Shadow dashes in, but the Leer does come out. Smokes in. Can't really see anything. Sky getting ready. The ultimate does come out, but somehow, some way, Blaze manages to find a kill inside the teleport onto Blaze as well. I don't know how that happened there.
Yeah, Wimber maybe hoping to find themselves with that lucky side of the 9-3 curse. The Sky Flash comes out looking for some intel here. Now possibly the rotation, as we see a few kick through portal trying to bite a rotation as well from Greater Johnstown. And now Sova will remain with that dart, looks to hold a couple members here, but we can see that rotation already coming in. Rays on the flank there, Sage back in spawn, but Mr. Gary holding nicely on that lurking flank there, and will find the kill. Pressures into short as Shadow gets one more. Sage alone, the spray, able to tap the head here, nice control, but it's just not enough, outmatched. Too many players left alive, and Shadow finds another triple kill.
Uh-oh, hot sauce. Look at the scoreline.
There it is.
Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? The 9-3 here. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything in case of Jinx, but man, now they're on the defender side as well. But only 3 rounds. That's gonna be hard on their mentality here. So they need to win this pistol round. If they win this pistol round, it's gonna have a lot of breathing room. But if they loses this pistol round, the pressure is definitely gonna be really tough to fight.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Obviously, 9-3, not ideal. But as we mentioned, this is more of a defending map, right? You tend to have a better side. So ideally, you tell yourself, if they can do it, we can too. But it is going to boil down to this pistol round. They need to secure this round so that they can luckily get one more and hope to play well on that bonus round. If they lose this pistol round here, it's most likely all over.
I mean, look at this. The fact that they only have a Viper makes it very clear where they're going, and Blaze just open up the round with a headshot onto Shadow as well. And the team, they decides to go for the B-side. Gary does have the Headhunter looking for a pick, but Sugar Bunny with the Sixth Sense just decides to go with the rest of her teammate onto that hookah position, and Lifesaver takes off the head of Shark as well. Ajas tries to tap with his Ghost, 25 HP. He tries to smoke. He needs to play a little bit safe. And look at the minimap. The race is already on A side. The call has been made like, hey guys, A side's clear. Let's just rotate, and there you go. The spike is going on to A side.
Yeah, we saw Sova trying to get a flank on there, and Ray's waiting patiently, finds the pick, able to pressure through sight, and has the intel with that rotation. Sitting in spawn will channel that inner Deagle demon there. Looks to get one more tapping, not quite finding the way as Blase on Sky. Just waiting for teammate Mr. Gary to get in the position with the Headhunter, and he's pumping heads and getting bread. Blase finds one more as well. The player advantage in the favor of Greater Johnstown. Not much help for Sky as well, and this is going to be a tough retake for Winber.
Oh, Blaze is in such a good position, but Gary, he just runs in and takes his head off. Oh no, a 5 versus 2, now down to a 2 versus 2. This is going to be a very, very sad round if they lose this Sugar Bunny hiding inside, but Gary is just popping off, and Gary, he can't stop, won't stop, as he takes 4, and the 2 versus 5 clutch for Winbo. Can he get, no. Oh no, they didn't get it. The time was not there. They didn't have enough time, but my, oh my, what a round for Gary. Just running it in, taking everyone's head along with him. Oh my, you gotta be scared. If you, I mean, you're lucky if you won that round, but you gotta be scared if you're Johnstown.
I mean, it was an amazing 4K. Fortunately for Johnstown, though, they won that pistol round, right? Now Wimber is in a lot of trouble. We saw Shadow with the shorty peeking out of hookah through that smoke. Ideally, not a play you want to make. And I think maybe if it didn't go that way, they actually win that round there. Now, and just in a really, really tough spot. We've seen how well Greater Johnstown's been playing. A little tougher on the attacking side. Sacrifice, who has been a great asset for Wimber so far, or Greater Johnstown, excuse me, will get taken out by Shadow. Lifesaver able to find one. The pressure onto the site. Just down below with a short leg, and he absolutely splatters the face against the wall. Blaze gets one on the trade. Tommy T as well, and Winber has Sky, and Sky alone tucked in the CT here. Full health, but again, 3v1. It's going to be such a tough retake as the spike goes down.
I mean, it's next to impossible, especially with the Sage wall as well. All but confirms the round. If he breaks his wall, they know exactly where he is. And look at Blaze. He is so smart. He is so aware. The elbow is walled off. There is no more option that Blase can go out of. Even throwing the recon. And yes, he knows the call has been made. And look at that phantom run and gun. 13-3. I mean, Winber did take 2 guns with him, but I'm pretty sure Johnstown is going to be very happy how that round played out.
Yeah, I mean, now just one away from match point as well. The Phantom already in the hands of Blaze, and Blaze able to toss that over to Raze and then buy a Vandal of their own. So really just mainly playing a few off the bonus, forcing up here. Again, the economy is not that great here for Wimber. We see the Vandals coming out because they have to. It's basically do or die at this situation. Still in a tough spot economically.
Oh, Blase, he did not buy. He missed the timer. That's going to be really, really difficult to try to win without a gun here. You can see Johnstown trying a different tempo here. They're playing it slow. They're playing a default using the Prowler, but oh, of course, it's going to be Gary to take Blade's head off. No more popping off for you. This is when you shut down.
Yeah, but look at the early rotation coming in here from Wimber. Everybody is rotated off the B site. A quick pressure here from Greater Johnstown. Could be a free site and a free plan. It is. Sage able to drop this one down. The Sky Flash comes in to give him the intel, but a little too late here. The wall into elbow. And again, this is a beautiful job by Sage, really cutting off at least one angle. They're going to have to break that wall. So just giving them that extra audio cue or that intel.
I mean, you can see Blase is just running around clearing angle with a classic because he forgot to buy. Well, Lifesaver does have a Phantom up above here, throwing that paint shield underhand, trying to clear out anyone from under Hookah. He spots out one, unable to connect the shot, and just beautiful shot, taking out Lifesaver. The spam comes through. It's going to be Tommy. The lineup of Larry. Here we go. 2 versus 2. He spams into the smoke, but it does not matter because the Viper lineup is there. Blaze gets one, and no, they messed it up. They messed it up. The lineup did not land. It gave Winbird the easy defuse. You can see that Tommy was like, I know my lineup is gonna land. That's why he hit the TP. It didn't even peek, but in the end of the day, he did not land. He messed up the lineup.
So maybe not so much a lineup, Larry, huh?
Not so much after all.
Probably going to get a little guff from his team on that one. And, great job by Wimber to secure that round, though. They are in a tough spot, virtually backs against the wall, can only afford to give up one more round, and that would still, at best, force an overtime. We see most of the pressure now coming toward A short as the leader goes out. One has been spotted up top. Chamber with a tour de force. Mr. Gary again finding Raze here to give them the player advantage. Extra intel from that recon dart and a slow flank coming in here from Jet. If Tommy T and Blaze are not careful, they're going to be head-to-head with Shadow, and Shadow picks up one, now able to turtle back. Just play safe here, play smart, and secure round after round. That's what Wimber needs to do.
Oh man, that smokes as well to cut off the path to get to the spike. You can see they're boxed in right now for Johnstown. They can't really go anywhere. Nowhere they can go. They need to just stand their ground and fight, but the discipline on the side of Winbird, they know that they have the advantage. They're playing so disciplined. They're not peeking. They're not pushing. They're just waiting for them to come to them instead. You can see they're playing the numbers advantage, trying to play the buddy system 2x2. They're walking together. This is a good plan for Johnstown. Let's see how the execution goes.
Now, Anjus did hear him here, though. We see the ping coming out as well, the smoke, and now the teammates rotating into position. A 4v2, a really tough retake here, trying to wait for that smoke to dissipate. The dog through the other side as well will let them know they're not there. And now I think they're just going to consider falling back and saving. The economy hasn't been great. They don't want to find themselves kind of in the scrap eye that Winber found themselves on the attacking side. So I think it's a wise decision here to fall back, save the weapons you have, and look to pad that economy while you are able to give up a few rounds.
Exactly, and saving here is actually pretty good. You're absolutely right here, but then again, they need to be careful of the flanks here. We've seen time and time again that no matter what side they're on, everyone's flanking because they don't have a sentinel on the side of Johnstown. They don't have a chamber to trip that backside, so they need to put a body to. They need to assign someone to just be on the flank lookout. They can't just get picked off one by one from the back like that.
Yeah, I mean, with as many times as people have been flanking, they certainly need someone lurking in a corner somewhere trying to pick that off, because it seems like, too, Winber on this defensive side is rotating very quickly. We see him rotating to site almost immediately upon contact, and then we do see that one kind of lingering on that flank. So if they are able to kind of establish a lurker here, find that pick, they could even switch sites up a little bit, and kind of counter-rotate off that play. Yeah,
maybe try a little bit of a fake, throw in a little bit of fake here and there, but look at this, the strategy. They're trying a B rush here. He hears the Omen fake TP, and now they're trying to fall back. The spike is just working their way back onto the A side. One man down already. Johnstown seem to have difficulty attacking on this bind map here. Like we said, bind is such a defender-sided map, and Yuga said a satchel goes in from Lifesaver. Tried to clear hookah, but no one is there. The site is in their possession, but the question is, can they hold? The Trailblazer will spot out Lifesaver. He does have a showstopper if he decides to pull it out. No satchel though, so he needs to be a little bit careful as Gary picks his head. No, it's going to be Lifesaver that takes Gary heads off there in that bench position. And Ashes as well. The clean double headshots takes out to Blaze. Tries to recover, but the quick readjustment from Shark. See his POV, the flick. And now Tommy left alone to Molly. Yes, but there's nothing you can do against 4-member of Winber. And another rounds goes in their favor.
Yeah, and Viper just waiting too long to get that out as well. We see the lineups coming in, and even that time having a straight on shot onto the bomb to the spike, but not even sending it out until it's diffused, past halfway. So maybe just a little bit quicker on those lineups could go a long way for them. But again, we talked about how this can be a tough attacking map, and right now Greater Johnstown is feeling that struggle a little bit. They only have to get 2, right? One more secures them overtime. So again, we see Blaze with not full armor. They have some rounds to give. I don't see what's wrong with giving them up early while you have them to give and trying to secure a couple here before it gets out of hand.
Well, they're trying this B rush again. The Fade does have her ultimate Nightfall, but it's looked like they're just gonna try and put the number on and they're just gonna rush it, but no, they decide better. They tries to fall back here. No more 5-man hookah rush. They fall back. Shark deploying that Soba drone, trying to gather some information, and because of that one altercation inside hookah, Johnstown, they just slowed down, but Shadow, he just takes his head. He just takes Sugar's head off right there inside hookah. Lifesaver trades it back though. Paranoia does come out, but he can't peek because Lifesaver is just guarding that position. And the TP does come out. A site is clear for the taking. And again, they have the spike will go down, but they need to set up a proper crossfire, a proper post plant.
Yeah, I feel bad for Sky. They've rotated from A to B about 5 times. Shadow from the heavens, raining down with the knives, and we'll find one now on a 3v3. The equalizer set, the paint shells raining in as well. Won't find much damage here. Blaze spotted in the bathroom with a headshot, though. Blaze and Sacrifice both coming up big. Mr. Gary has been spotted here as well. Tap shots ringing through the box. Not a lot of damage being done. There's the tap from Sacrifice, secures the headshot. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at match point for Greater Johnstown.
Finally, they get that 1 point that they needed. Now it's secured. No matter how it plays out this entire map, they are guaranteed to go to overtime if the worst of the worst comes, That's
yeah, absolutely. So you can have a little bit of comfortability, right? A little bit of a cushion to relax on. So you can kind of fall into that comfortable play that you're used to. It's not like you're just hanging out with your friends in your living room. But again, you have 6 rounds. You can't get too careless. Winburst certainly a talented team, and this map obviously tougher when you're attacking. So a quick flash here from Sky. We'll find Blaze. They don't peek off of it though, and Blaze will keep their life as Lifesaver with that Boomba, tossing it in there. We'll find one on the left side, the paint shells to the right, but honestly, I think a little bit of a miscue on those paint shells. It didn't really bounce to the right. They're kind of back at Lifesaver. So luckily for Winber, I think that was Jet hiding in hookah is going to dodge a bullet there, or a paint shell rather. Yeah,
if he landed that paint shell there, he's going to take a lot of damage. But look at this. They're playing again. They're playing super slow. They're trying to rotate left and right here. As you can see on the minimap, they put one player, which is going to be the Raze, to try and poke and prod onto that A side. It's going to be Lifesaver. Oh, he has one satchel here. What are you thinking?
Oh man, I'm thinking he's gonna blast back as well. Oh, there's the chamber ready to peek off the blast back. A hair late. Unfortunately, a hair late. He's gonna get slowed by the damage. Blast straight up into the air for an easy shot for Gary. Now the spray is gonna have to teleport out to heaven as well. They do a little bit of damage, but not much. And we can see the Viper's pit, or excuse me, not the Viper's pit. Going down there, but now they pressure onto the A site with Sage, and she should be able to plant here with ease.
Oh, Shadow with the lurk, taking up the lineup Larry early. So no more lineups for them, so they need to hold this side. As you can see, Sacrifice already popping his ultimate, but can't adjust the spray as Aegis takes him out, but a quick trade from Sugar as well. But there is just 2 more members looking right at her. And now Blaze, once again, the raid boss for Johnstown. What can he do against 3 member? And Sharks just sprays him down, and he can't really do much. 12-7. I mean, Winbird, they're inching closer to this overtime.
Yeah, and we've had so far in these last couple of weeks, we've had a lot of 13-2, 13-3 games. So both of these teams now fighting back and forth, obviously a defensive side of map, but it's great to see such a challenge here between Greater Johnstown and Winbird, really duking it out, fighting tooth and nail here, as it does look like they might get set up for a little bit of a split push here, still trying to decide where exactly they're going to head. Meanwhile, Winbird in that 2-3 setup.
I mean, Greater Johnstown here, they're doing this same setup, the one they really love here. Tries to take hookah control early and then tries to rotate off of it. I really do like that strategy, but they just need better execution here. As you can see, a judge in play. Tommy, he only need 1 more ultimate point. He can deploy the Viper Pit, so a judge will be great if he can use that ultimate. And Sacrifice already taken off Blaze, and the satchel does go in as well. Tries to clear the side. No one is inside. They're playing offside, but Shadow with that operator opens it up onto Sacrifice, but Blaze trades it right back onto Gary as Lifesaver goes crazy. Pushing into spawn, picks up the Vandal, takes the head of Sharks as well. The resurrection is there. This could be it. This could be the round that will give the victory to Johnstown. Only 1 member left. Shadow, operator in hand, 4 members. The scope is there, tries, fires the shot, but the run and gun from Lifesaver to close it up. 13-7. There you have it. A very, very hard fought map, but in the end of the day, it's going to be Johnstown that takes the victory.
Yeah, Greater Johnstown and Winbird, undefeated up until this point. Greater Johnstown, I does believe, go to 2-0. But what a phenomenal final round by Rays there. Just a couple insane kills paired together, and then to top it off with a run and gun spray.
That was beautiful.
Dome them. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful if you're on the dealing end of that, but when you're on the receiving end of that, it certainly hurts a little bit, right?
That is definitely true, man. But Lifesaver definitely saving them there. He had the Spectre in hand. Like, he's like, you know what? It's the last round. Might as well just go crazy. He runs into spawn, picks up the kill, swaps it to Vandal, and just continues to let it rip. And man, what a performance from that team.
Yeah, Winbird able to grab those first 2 rounds with ease, and then it took 9 rounds from Greater Johnstown before Winbird was able to secure another one. And it goes to show you how much of a defensive map it can be. Winbird fought back nicely on that defensive side, but in an end just had given up just a little too many rounds on the other side of things. So fortunately for Greater Johnstown, they come out the victor today, and I believe one of only maybe 2 teams left undefeated here in Division 1.
Wow. They're undefeated. I mean, I can see why. But those kind of plays, with those kind of shots, come on. You got to give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, they did a phenomenal job, and hats off to both teams, really. It's never easy, especially in a best of one. Anything can happen, but as they work through the season here. But yeah, I mean, Greater Johnstown in the end, I think the comp maybe was just a little bit better for them as well. And again, Bind can be a tough map. We've seen a lot of Icebox here lately. A lot of teams have been banning Bind and Haven, so maybe some of these teams aren't as comfortable on Bind as well.
I mean, like what you said, Bind is such a difficult map, especially on the attacker side. Like, it's just really difficult to get a team fully coordinated to hit a side. You can see that on Greater Johnstown. I mean, yes, they do have the lead, but time and time again, when they try to hit that hookah, they just simply can't go in. One smoke, one slow orb, and that's it. They got to fall back. They got to rotate. I mean, they did win at the end of the day, but how many rounds did it take for them to win?
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. But yeah, in the end, it comes down to a good use of utility there, and they just did a slightly better job. But we got some more action coming up here in just a minute, Mango. We got Penn Trafford taking on Hollidaysburg. Penn Trafford is 2-0 on the season. Hollidaysburg is 1-1. But this Penn Trafford team is looking like the team to beat on this season. I saw one of their games a couple weeks ago, and they were dominating. So we'll see if Hollidaysburg is able to put a stop to them. But they certainly have a difficult task ahead of them.
I mean, I'm excited to see it.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to get them loaded in here. We're going to take a short break, maybe. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tech High School Series Valorant Division 1. We got some more action. Penn Trafford, the undefeated team, taking on Hollidaysburg, who is 1-1 on the season. And again, we are joined by the legendary Mango in the booth. How we doing, brother?
Thank you. I'm doing great. And after seeing the performance they put up on Vine, it's going to be interesting because the next map we're going to be playing is going to be Vine again. And I hope these teams are watching. I hope they learn from the previous team. Like, yes, Vine is a very defender-sided map. So if you're starting on the defender side, which Hollidaysburg will be doing, you need to pick up rounds. You need to make sure you get like 8 to 9 rounds on the defender side because the attacker side is going to be very difficult to find rounds.
Yeah, we see Hollidaysburg banned Pearl there. So Penn Trafford did select Vine. And honestly, I really haven't seen a team that has been able to compete with Penn Trafford yet. They have pretty much run away with every game that they've played. So it'll be interesting to see Hollidaysburg out on the field here, how they attack this map. They do have that defending side first, as you mentioned. They're going to need to build a lot of rounds here early if they want a chance at beating this really tough Penn Trafford team.
I mean, I haven't seen Penn Trafford play yet, but from what you said, I'm definitely excited to see what they can bring. The firepower, especially if it can compare to Blaze last map. My man was just going absolutely nutty, and I can't wait for this matchup.
Yeah, both Blazes really, but Blaze that was playing Fade was very, very dirty and sacrificed as well. But yeah, Penn Trafford, again, I've seen Hollidaysburg play as well. They're very talented. But when I saw Penn Trafford playing, I mean, they were executing plays very nicely to a T, coherent or together as a team, along with the utility as well. So, I mean, they were looking unstoppable. I think 13-1 was the game that I had previously seen. So very, very tough.
13-1. I mean, that is really good actually, because on Bind, if you want to be successful on the attacker side, you need to be coordinated. You can see last round, last map, Johnstown, they tried to go hookah, but they tried to go in, they can't really go in, so they have to back up. So now that you've said that Hollidaysburg are very coordinated, so maybe the B split, like maybe 3 long, 2 hookah, they hit the site well timed. It's gonna be really, really cool to see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. I think Penn Trafford probably takes this game here as well. If I had to make a prediction, and we could be very well looking at like a 13-3. I hope Hollidaysburg is here to prove me wrong. I certainly love a tough battle. Yeah, Penn Trafford's tough, man. They are tough. If they play anything like they played in their first 2 outings, Hollidaysburg is going to have a tough time. They're one of 2, I think, undefeated teams for a reason.
I mean, all right, since you're on the side of Penn Trafford, I gotta back my boys up out of here. Hollidaysburg, come on. You're starting on the defender side at map. You gotta prove them wrong. I mean, I can't wait. Let's get in the game. Let's get in the game and let's prove them wrong here, boys.
Yeah, I love playing devil's advocate, so I'm glad that you went the other way as well. It makes it a little more fun, a little more interesting, right? But again, here on Bind going to be tough. We're about to check out the comps as well. But again, if Hollidaysburg is able to pad, 8 rounds, even maybe 7, but hopefully 8 on that defensive side, then they're going to be a little more comfortable going into the attacking side. But again, if you're Penn Trafford, if you come out swinging, you bust them up in that first half, it's pretty much easy, smooth sailing in the second half on that defensive side. We've seen Quarter pop off consistently as well on that Sky. M&A is really, really good. She is a phenomenal raise, so she is certainly one to look out. And I believe maybe the only female on that team.
I'm sorry, how do you say her name again? Emmy?
Just like the letters M&A. M&A.
M&A. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, we got to keep our eyes out, and here we go. A comp that's kind of similar, fairly, very similar, but only the exception of Fade on the side of Hollidaysburg here. So maybe they're trying the same strategy, trying to use that Sage Wall to block off one choke point and focus on the other. But look at this. We see that there's a Yoru being hovered, and Yuri is going to create so much chaos in this map, especially if you throw your TP, throw your clone into that TP, and yes, he will lock it in. It's going to be one hectic matchup here with that Yoru.
Yeah, Yoru is an absolute menace time and time again. He can be so difficult to play. But if you are good with him, he is such a good asset to the team. Brim, a phenomenal smoker here as well. And I was surprised that we didn't see a Brim in that last buy match. As we had mentioned, Fade's such a good initiator with the intel, the prowlers, the all, whatever it might be. So a solid pickup as well. And, really we only see that difference, as you had mentioned, with that Raze and the Yoru and the Sky and the Chamber. So somewhat similar comps. I do tend to favor Chamber here as well. As you had mentioned, we saw in that previous game, they didn't really have anybody to prevent that flank, and Chamber is so good at doing just that.
Exactly, and especially on a bind where the rotation from B to A is so quick. Like, if you're stuck in a choke point trying to push A side, the B defender can simply walk 3-step and he's already there. So you're gonna have a very tough time here. And let's kick us off. Like, you can see Holidaysburg on the defender side, Penn Trafford on the attacker side, and look at the strategy coming out of them. An A split already. I love their coordination, their split. I love teams that do split instead of just bum rushing. But the Brim already got a headshot on to the Raze with a shift to boot. What?
Yeah, now Quarter pressing with the dog. Chamber looks to press off that Quarter with a nice trade here on the V-Snipes, who found one, make it another now, shooting into heaven, trying to find 1-2, lurking behind the smoke, and with that, Quarter falls back, the rotation coming in, and really this whole team from Holidaysburg has rotated around, now starting to think about rotating back toward the B site, but at this time, maybe too little too late. If Penn Trafford is able to push out on site here quickly, they'll find themselves with an easy spike plant, and it looks like Holidaysburg will be playing for that retake.
It's going to be a 3v3 retake. The recon will go out a little, and it does scan 2 people, so the information is there. You can see Zlock trying to put down some bullet. Does connect a little bit, but not enough to do significant damage. The post-plant position here, 2 garden and 1 onto side, but the 1 onto side is already get taken out by Bonsai. With that Sheriff, he does have a wall as well, so if he decides to use his wall onto A main or even wall the spike, this is going to be really difficult. You can see Quarter tries to rush in, Bert and Ham, the beautiful pop flash as he takes out 4 members on the other side. Now on for the ace. Quarter, 45 HP, goes on top, then he connects it. The ace on the first round as well. Oh my.
I said at the beginning of the round, Quarter is one to look out for. We've seen him pop off time and time again, and here he does it with an ace, 5-0 on the board, just absolutely putting in work with Sky. A beautiful flash, the pressure there as well, able to get up on top to finish off Chamber, and just a huge play from Quarter and Penn Trafford as they take round number 1 on this attacking side.
You can see why they are undefeated in this tournament. Oh, what an amazing play. And now an easy bonus round for them. Sorry, an eco round. They should be able to take this round without much contest here. You can see the Raze is going on top, trying to nade, and the satchel is there, tries to pick up the molly as he goes in. Oh no, the classic, it doesn't really do much as the Trailblazer bites him as well, and Gunzer just comes in guns blazing, and the whole team crumbles. They can't really do much with that classics.
Yeah, that's kind of to be expected as well. They do find at least 2 kills. Realistically, they probably should have grabbed 1 more, but that's just the way things go sometimes. Now, this next round, however, going to be a crucial one for Holidaysburg if they want to try and stop some of this momentum from Penn Trafford, now playing on a bonus as well, just snatching up those first 2 rounds with ease. So we'll see if they can put a stop, maybe start to swing things around here a little bit, or if it will be all Quarter and Gunzer running and gunning through the competition.
Exactly. They need to be careful here. Spectre, you can't mess with a Spectre close range, and look at this Pillow trying to use the Prowl to clear out Hookah. A great clear as well, making sure that no one is hiding on the left side, but the Yoru is waiting. The clone is there, the flash perfectly to spray through the smoke, but unable to escape the Brim. Spectre close range takes them out. Like I said, Spectre close range, you gotta respect that gun.
Yeah, I like, and that's why Penn Trafford's pressing the B site, right? A lot closer angles. They're going to use those weapons to their advantage here as well. But Legs with that Vandal through the box, able to thread the needle, get the head of Gunzer as well. Gotcha. Now on a 3v4, 3v2, the 2-player advantage as Legs snags another headshot here on the B side, and now Quarter and crew remaining calm, and nobody's pressed in, right? Nobody's even checked Hookah or Garden, and now the rotation coming in. This is a huge big brain play from Penn Trafford.
They definitely outplayed themselves a little bit here because they cut the noise. They thought they rotated onto the A side, but no, they just waited. The 2 versus 4. The plan will go down. It all comes down to how they play this post-plan position. They need to play this perfectly. Quarter, however, is still alive. You know what this man can do. This is just a bonus round for Penn Trafford. Losing this round is fine, but they need to take a bunch of players down with them. You can see Slock going in, and he takes the head of Quarter. The raid boss is already down, leaving the Brim alone, and he does spray, but no! It's gonna be the other Brim that takes him out, and a bonus round does not go their way, and they only got 1 rifle out of that. Not a great round for Penn Trafford.
Yeah, luckily they were able to secure the plant as well. So with that additional plant money, they should still be able to full buy here. And we'll see that come in, the Vandals, for everybody except M&A, who will be rocking that Phantom as she looks to get her first kill. And again, a great job by Hollidaysburg. They needed to secure that round coming off the full buy. They do just that. We'll see if they can keep that momentum rolling, however, as they do have a tough battle ahead of them here on Bind.
Oh, M&A. Using that Boombot lineup to try to clear the left side of Hookah. You can see the Brim tries to contest it, but he hears the Boombot. He has to fall back. The TP from the stage as well. Bonsai gets his head taken off by Eminem, and she's rushing in with a double kill as well on the race with the Phantom. My bad. And now the site is so clear. She has to go in. Oh, beautiful satchel. Goes in. Oh, she tagged herself. All good.
Yeah, M&A looking for some more. Had 2 nice kills there to pressure in, and now the blind comes out. The spray from V-Snipes will find 1. Quarter gets a trade here. Now on a 3v1, the 2-player advantage here is M&A will find this spike plant here right in that default position. And again, a 3v1, not much health for Yoru as well, and we'll see Quarter pick up that kill with ease. Now 3-1, Penn Trafford starting to pad some rounds on this attacking side.
They are definitely building their momentum here, especially when their entry fragger Eminem just goes in like that. What a beautiful shot as well to take out the B-side defender. I mean, with those kind of entry fragger, it is going to be a very, very easy attacker side for them.
Yeah, again, you know, if they're able to get 7, 8, 9 rounds, whatever it might be on that attacking side, I have to imagine that it's just going to be a breeze for them on that defensive side.
Exactly, and it boosts their momentum as well. And look at this. The Brim tries to hold on to this Hookah position, but their utility usage is just so strong. The Boombot alongside the Prowler clears his position. The Stim Beacon does go out, but Eminem is already there to cover his tracks, and the spray through the door as well takes out Bonsai.
Here's the portal for 1 more as well as they all get together now and look to make that push toward the B side here. Nade comes in. Quarter able to tap the head of V-Snipes as well. The blast pack and onto site with ease. The plant comes here. Chamber tucked into CT side. Here is Fade now lurking through elbow. Just to pressure through the smoke. We'll find 1 with that Sheriff. Hello follows. Quarter gets 1 trade now. They have the intel coming around from Fade. We see the ult as well, and now Pillow tucked into the corner, waiting patiently as the Prowler does step on by, and now the spray comes out a little bit wide, and Gunzer from the side cleans up the kill on the flank. 4-1. Penn Trafford looking strong.
Oh, Vlog there using that ultimate. I'm not sure if that was the best decision from him. It was a 1v3. If I'm right, was it a 1v3? It was a 1v3, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, 1v3, deciding to invest the ultimate. I mean, you gotta respect the man for his, confidence. But I think saving there would have been a better decision. And now look at on the attacker side. They have 3 ultimates here. The Sky, the Raze, and the Brim. If anyone playing inside U-Haul, they need to be careful because that Brim ult can just obliterate them.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing I've kind of noticed in Valorant as opposed to CSGO. You see a lot more saves in CSGO, and I think sometimes players just don't think about that in Valorant as well, but it is a very smart decision to do, and there are certainly times for it. But Penn Trafford right now with a strong 3-round lead, and we can see now they've worked their way all the way back to A. Chamber has cleared A, tucked himself into a good position for this rotate, and we'll see if Gunzer can pick off one. He does. Sage Bonsai caught running with the knife out, and you have to certainly be careful of that, giving him the 1-player advantage with ease.
Oh, look at this fancy flash coming out of the Yoru. What is he thinking? He tries to flash and maybe falls back down. A plan, but he goes in. The showstopper is there, and MNA takes him out with the showstopper alongside Gunzer as well. I mean, this hole is superb as the rest of Holidaysburg just falls down. Oh no, 5-1 on the attacker side on Bind. You gotta feel good for that. Come on, Hot Sauce. I mean, your prediction is coming. You gotta feel good.
They call it a showstopper for a reason, and V-Snipe's looking to get some fancy footwork, some razzle-dazzle with that flash teleport, but Ray's able to secure the kill with that showstopper, and again, Penn Trafford now starting to steamroll on this attacking side, 5-1. We again see the economy in shambles here for Holidaysburg, but they still opt to buy. We see some sheriffs, some light armors. We see a marshal, a shorty as well, and you got to be careful getting into that position, though, because, again, you want to make sure you have full utility with that full buy as well.
Oh, look at Yoru. He already spotted out one with the ultimate, the flash, and the shorty. Beautiful Yoru tech there, taking out Gunzer. The nade. Oh, it will tag up the Brim a little bit, and MNA just runs him down with the close range Phantom. Makes it a 4 versus 4. There's no one holding this B side. It's all up to the chamber. Headhunter in hand, but he gets smoked off. No opportunity is presented itself to him, so he has to fall back a little bit.
One other thing you can notice as well is we see Penn Trafford have already used a couple ults, Sky and the ult as well right now. But on the other side, Brim for Holidaysburg has had his ult for a couple rounds. We see Chamber with their ult, Sage with their ult. They need to make sure that they're using these ults and working toward getting them back again. Unfortunately, right now for them, Quarter chopping down 2 as well, finds the double kill. And now they'll have a 2v1 as a Hello able to click up 1. It's all down to Chamber, who will fall here in elbow. Penn Trafford up 6-1 and looking good.
Penn Trafford definitely snowballing a little bit in the first half, 6-1. They have won 4 rounds in a row, but now finally Holidaysburg a real chance to stop the bleeding. This is going to be a full buy from them, and they have 3 ultimates as well. They need to be using this ultimate. They need to be investing that and making sure they get something out of it. They can't just be using it and not get anything out of it.
Yeah, they need to pay somebody to pull the Ethernet cable on Quarter's computer because they are an absolute juggernaut out here. Raid boss, as we like to say from time to time, putting in work. 13-2, I believe, on the scoreboard there as we see the pressure mounting mainly toward Hookah with one long chamber holding that flank as well with patience. Here's the portal as well, but it was a fake. We'll see as, again, early rotations coming in from Holidaysburg. Gunzer finds one, and with that, we could see a rotation toward the A side.
I mean, what a great alert from Gunzer now. And they can even go back to A side if they want to. Pillow picking up the Brim as they rotate back to the A side because, like we've seen from the beginning of the round, Gunzer already got that A side for them. The rest comes out from Bonsai onto the Brim, bringing back the Brim ultimate. And look at Quarter, so smart. He knows that they're rotating from CT. He peeks, he spot him out, but no, it's going to be Gunzer from the above. He gets 3, but gets traded from Bonsai 2 versus 3 ultimate available for the Brim.
Yeah, we saw Holidaysburg Brim use the ult there as well onto the bomb, but now plenty of time. Brim still has their ult as well. Doesn't need to use it as MNA finds another double kill. Penn Trafford 7-1, and they are just heating up.
I mean, especially MNA. She is definitely heating up now. Her shots are so clean. And I've noticed that not only her shots are clean, her movement as well. I like the way she counter-strafe a little bit while she shoots, making it look like she's running and gunning, but she's actually counter-strafing a little bit. And that is what makes her shot so precise. And I really like that.
Yeah, the whole crew doing a great job here as well, playing off the initiation from Sky. And we can see a Hello here tucked in mid with Chamber. And again, remaining patient, just allowing Holidaysburg to kind of keep guessing. They get impatient. We see an early portal here as well. And Holidaysburg is really kind of struggling to just be patient. We see an early rotation coming toward B. Now the kill at A. They're already running back to A because nobody's there. Again, I think they just need to kind of chill out for just a little bit longer.
True, they just need to rely and trust into their teammate that they can hold. But look at this. The members of Penn Trafford just going in. MNA, he spots the gun barrel. She spots the gun barrel. The Marshall was simply too long, and the flash to support the spray is there as well. 8-1. Oh, they are definitely running away with this game. They are running away with it.
You could see how good the comms were there as well. M&A finds that kill into the closet there near CT, and then immediately swings out fast. And you wonder why, because there's one waiting there. But it was because teammate told him, hey, I flashed Brim, or I flashed somebody there, maybe not Brim. So able to peek out on that Brim who was flashed, secure another easy kill as well, begin to pad that side. 8-1. We saw both teams struggle on this attacking side in game number 1 on Bind. We don't see any of that here from the legends at Penn Trafford.
I mean, Penn Trafford, their coordination and their communication is superb, especially that peek from M&A. She, like, her teammate says, like, all right, I flashed someone, and she peeks out, he got the easy pick in, but now the Yoru, he replies back with force, he takes out 2. The stand, he spots him out, but he can't really spray through the box there. It's a little bit too thick here. And the Brim, he tries to hold on to this position, and now Holidaysburg has the early ban advantage. Let's see if they can convert this into a successful round.
Yeah, we've seen early rotation, but Fade now looking to hold on B because Penn Trafford has rotated so much, but Pillow able to find a pick. We'll see Chamber begin to rotate through spawn as well. And again, they have the option here. 55 seconds remaining. They could ultimately find one more pick and then head toward that B site. But Yoru is absolutely popping off here. V Snipes with a triple kill, looking for more. Bonsai able to pick up on quarter here in bathrooms. And now it's all down to Pillow, who is going to get put to sleep right there and coming.
Come on, Holidaysburgs. I know you can do this. And did you just say V Snipes is the name of Yoru? V Snipes? Yeah. That's a sick name.
With 3 eyes, because he means business.
With 3 eyes, exactly. And man, he always has those fancy flashes. I've seen the way he plays. He's not settling for those regular boring flash on the ground. No, he has to flash. He has to bank it off of some odd position to get the kill. You know, it adds the extra style point for them.
Yeah, when I watch a Euro player like that, it makes me wish I could play Euro better, because it seems like such a fun character to play. Unfortunately, I just ain't got it.
Well, here we go. Penn Trafford trying to work their way onto the B side, and M&A again open up the site for them, taking out Bonsai early in this round here. The Prowler will give information. The nade will push him out as well as M&A pushes in, takes out the Brim as well. Beautiful, beautiful entry from the side of Penn Trafford.
Yeah, you know, we saw M&A struggle just a little bit in those first couple rounds, but it has been all downhill sailing there as she is just popping heads left and right, finding these entry kills for her team as well, and just opening up the site, as you had mentioned, allowing Penn Trafford to get on with these, find that secondary pick, Pillow with one, quarter with another, and now it's all down to Yoru again in that CT side, looking to flash and dash out, but Pillow again waiting there, finds the headshot. 9-2 as we head into the final round before halftime.
Bind, as we mentioned, is a very defender-sided map, and the reason for that is that most teams on the attacker side, they are not coordinated. They push a little bit, they got stopped, and they fall back. But no, not Penn Trafford. Their coordination, their utility usage is so good. That Boombot to clear the left side of Hookah, using the Prowler as well to clear the right side of Hookah, alongside the nade if anyone is there. What are you gonna do? Like, right, Hot Sauce, like, you're forced to give up that position. You can't stay in there.
Yeah, it's super, super tough. And, you know, they honestly, they found the first pick onto Sage as well. You no longer have heals at that point. Zlock gonna get caught by the Boomba as well. And now M&A steps in, finds the kill with ease. Hello, over here popping the head of V-Snipe as well. And 3 remain tucked into the CT side. There's the showstopper from M&A again. And she'll find Bonsai for one more. 2 more tucked into the CT side. The spike goes down with ease, and you gotta believe Penn Trafford is about to take the final round before halftime.
Oh, she's going in. She wants those kills. The spray is not connecting as the Chamber takes him out, but look at Quarter supporting his teammate. Just runs in. Don't worry, I got your back. And 2 beautiful, beautiful double kill for him. And 10-2 will be our scoreline for the first half. And my, oh my, what a lead. Especially when you consider they started on the attacker side on Bind.
Yeah, and I'd seen him play before a couple of times. Quarter is always dominating. M&A as well. She's phenomenal. Gunzer. Anyone on this team can pop off at any given moment, but we consistently see Quarter on top. They're 2-0 on the season, looking to go 3-0. And honestly, it looks like there's not many teams that can contest with them right now. They're just so dominant. They have great teamwork, great communication, crosshair placement, spray transfers. I mean, the list goes on, and they're just doing a phenomenal job. When they're firing on all cylinders and they're consistently playing well, I feel like they can't be beat.
Like, I mean, it's so hard, especially when you have M&A on the attacker side opening the round as well. Look at this. They have 3 members on the B side waiting for the push. The smoke will go down. The Yoru clone will be destroyed already. So no more fakes out. The scan does tag him. He needs to be careful here. Luckily, no one spammed through the smoke because he was out in the open, but it's going to be the Brim that takes out Quarter. The top gunslinger for Penn Trafford already down, but the rotation is being called. All right, guys, there's too many players on B side. Let's go ape and look at who's waiting inside shower with a frenzy as well. It's none other than M&A as she peeks out, takes out the Brim, reloads her frenzy, even throwing the nade for good measure. The satchel pick, what a play! Perfect. Raise a mechanic using everything in her ability, in her utility belt to secure that kill. And now the plants will go down. There are still 3 more members to go through here, so it's not over. A 3 versus 3 post plant, but look at the flank. Not again, as Gunzer 2 bullet in the chamber, and it fires off into the other chamber. Only Yoru left standing, but not for long, as Pillow takes him out as well. And that will make it 11-2. The other pistol round going in favor of Penn Trafford.
Actually sinks out.
Yeah, phenomenal job. And here's the big difference too, right? We see M&A on Rays sitting in bathrooms for the entirety of the round. There is so much action going on the B site. Kills being traded out as well. I believe Rays did hear that early portal. We did see Fade sitting in that portal for a long time, and then Brim came through second. But just a phenomenal job by M&A to remain patient, have faith in your team, sit there, not make any noise. She hears the orb going out, steps out, easy kill onto Brim because Fade wasn't pushing with Brim there, and then able to pick up Fade as well. Just a phenomenal job by M&A there.
I think that's because she trusted in her teammates, that she knows that B side is locked down. And look at that beautiful raise nade combo alongside the Fade Q as well, putting them in position. They can't run, and that nade just finished them off. I think this is a force buy on the side of Holiday's Berg here. Yes, it will be. So losing this round will be very, very bad. And their rotation, they take the TP, but oh, look at this. The spike is coming back to A, but he got caught by M&A once again. A thorn in their backside. M&A tries to hold on to the spike using the boom bot and the nade, everything in her disposal to go in. And she's not done just yet. That's a quadra kill. She's looking for her ace. 20 kills left, but no! Gunzer, he stole the ace.
Yeah, really pulling out every stop in the bag. All the repertoire from M&A, who now takes that top frag spot as well. 20-8, and a dominating performance here today. Bucky's across the board. Hollidaysburg feeling lucky, I guess, at best. 12-2 as we are at match point. And I can't remember if I called 13-3 or what it was.
You
but
did call 13-3.
Yeah. I honestly don't see him taking the Bucky round, but, for the sake of me being extra right, I hope they do.
I mean, if they all play inside hookah, that will give them the best chance here. Well, you can see Quarter using that early guiding light, giving them information that, all right, at least there are some players coming inside that hookah position. V-Snipe trying to snipe the position, trying to pre-fire, hoping for a lucky shot, but I really like this. They know that the players are coming, so what do? They fall back. They play at the site together, not trying to risk it, because they know that this is just an eco round.
Yeah, but look who is on that lurking flank yet again. It's M&A and Rays. They know they're being held in hookah. Rays so close now. They start to file on out. The waterfall happens. Quarter bullseye. Gunzer with 2. M&A and Hello get 1 apiece. And there it is, your winners yet again. Penn Trafford 13-2, taking out Hollidaysburg, who falls to 1-2 in the series. And Penn Trafford now sitting at 3-0, looking like the team to beat here in Division 1 for the TEC High School Series.
I mean, in this season, this is the first time I've seen this team play, but what a phenomenal performance. It is hard to imagine that there's going to be a team that will outshine Penn Trafford here. The way they play, the way they aim, and best of all, the way they hit a sight together. You can see that their communication is always on point, never going in alone, always fighting as a team, trading each other off one another. And what a great call as well from M&A to always stay at the back, making sure that no one tries to rotate back to the A side, because we've seen from the first game, a lot of teams suffer from over-rotation, right? So what does M&A do? She just sits in the side waiting for them to come back. And when they do, she is going to be there to shut their dreams down.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to have a good, solid lurker. People lack the patience. It's hard to sit somebody somewhere for a minute and a half. But, I mean, M&A doing a phenomenal job coming in with that combat score of 4-11, 21-8 with 5 first bloods. We had Chamber with 4 first bloods as well. And, of course, Quarter was 18-6. The whole crew just playing so well together. And it shows you why they are 3-0 here on the series so far.
I mean, they are definitely the team to beat, but if you want to beat them, you got to watch the VOD. You got to learn how they play, read a little bit, do your homework, and maybe, just maybe, you can come out on top. But right now, as we're looking at things, they are definitely the top-notch team.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be all for today. Hopefully, you'll join us next week for some more exciting Valorant action in the TEC High School Series, whether it be Division 1 or Division 2, but be sure to check out Mango. You can see his Twitter there below as well, guys. Again, we'll see you here next week, and hope everybody has a great week. Thank you, and take care.
Thank you, guys.